Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Is this thing on?
Also chat. Chat. Oh my god.
Good chat.
Great chat. Dude, I've got brain rot from streaming. That's what that is.
Big chat, big sips.
You gotta show them the sip.
We're official.
We got mugs, bro.
Let's cheers. Hang on. I'm so uncoordinated.
What are you trying to do?
Cheers.
Alright, ready? Cheers, big sip. Imagine if we broke them on the first go.
ASMR.
ASMR. I got ASMR. I got eczema. I got ASMR.
Easy. I'm trying
Easy. Listen.
Can't be trusted with hot liquids.
Nah, me neither. I can't be trusted with anything that's like above room temperature.
Well, today we are just going to
Nah, you gotta give it more gusto than that. Alright, hold up, listen. This is Taylor's episode. She's running the show today. So I'm gonna literally give you the YouTube intro. Welcome back to another episode of The Big Sip. It's nice to have you all here. 10 of you. All 10 of you.
I'd like to thank my mom.
I'd like to thank my mom. I'd like to thank me.
For me for getting me here.
I'd like to thank me for getting me here. Which brings us to... We're going to talk about today what made you think other people were rich as a kid, growing up in general. Yeah, so like things that you thought were like abnormal because you were poor.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah.
Kind of.
Bottom line. Yeah.
Yeah. But look, we've all been poor before.
And we could be poor again.
Doesn't matter. Money's not real.
Yeah.
It's monopoly money.
And poor in what? You know?
Yeah, true. Because we were rich in other things.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And I think us growing up together, having each other and like you having different riches and me having different riches, leveled each other out to the point where we were like normal. It's like if our families merged, it was like a baseline family. It was okay.
And now I feel like coming out of that, I feel like the richest because the friendships and the
are way better.
are so good.
Like way, way better. And more richer.
Yeah, more
No
richer.
pun intended.
And that is going to be another podcast subject.
Yes.
We're going to talk about soulmates platonically.
yes.
Do they have to be intimate? Because
Yeah, well, like, what is a soulmate, and what happened where we commercialized it to be like it has to be romance?
yeah,
You know?
I don't think it does.
Nah, neither do I.
But we'll leave that for the next episode.
Yeah, if you agree with us, write little comments so that way then we know that that's something that you want us to talk about.
Tell us your thoughts.
Yes. Okay, listen. So you've got
Got a bit of a list. I'll rattle off as random. Oh man, I hope the camera can't pick up these leg hairs because
nah, dude, don't worry, I haven't shaved mine either. They're like
it's
prickly.
winter. Back off.
Yeah. They start. You know what's bad when they start to like prickle through your pants?
Yeah.
And you can like feel it. It's like ooh, it's getting there.
They're starting to curl.
Yeah. Speaking of that, can we just talk about for a second? Straight pubic hair?
Is that a thing?
Yes. What was it? Not a thing? I mean, never mind. Never mind. Anyway.
Don't look at my eyebrows now. All right. Well, I'm just gonna say I think if that was a thing for us would be like family holidays, excluding camping. All right.
Oh my god, yeah. But this is the difference between camping and glamping. If your parents went away in one of them RVs, rich. You were rich.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me.
Yeah,
if you if you had a shack, if you had a caravan camper, or if you had like an RV, rich.
Yeah.
I'm talking tents. I'm talking sticks and fire.
Yeah.
Man, fire.
To be honest, between like camping and then living at home, it was like we just had like a solid roof over our head, but like camping was like no different.
Yeah, no, it actually wasn't.
It was like lay it up before the fire goes on.
Yeah. It was like the only difference is you didn't have a toilet.
Yeah.
You didn't have like a soft bed. It was an air mattress, and you were still eating the same foods that you ate at home.
Yeah. It's like give me that tin spaghetti.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Yeah, can of Heinz baked beans.
True.
Oh my god, yeah, camping. Camping was a big one too. Especially because like, and I come from a family who like I used to go down to the river a lot, like as a little kid. So but it was my Uncle John's shack, which is like so there's we knew we were on the outskirts of like having money because it was like
yeah.
Oh, the shack.
You've got like stable, like other stable family members, like
other stable relatives.
I'm going, my cousins, they're rich.
I'm a pool, I'm rich. Yeah, you live like vicariously.
Yeah, some of my aunt is rich, so technically I'm like close to being rich.
It's like that thing that we do when it's like, oh, well, I know somebody who knows somebody, so like I'm actually 1 degree away from like Kevin Bacon. You know, where it's like, nah, you're still poor.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah, it's like my third cousin's brother-in-law knows the person who writes Drake's raps.
yes. And nobody can ever tell you if it's real or fake. That's the one thing that I love about shit like that too, though, is it's like, if you could say anything. You can make anything up. You can be like, yeah, no, like my cousin's sister works for like...
Yeah, it's always like, my friend of a friend.
Yeah.
Someone I know that they know that they know.
And so then it's kind of like, well, is it true? Is it not? But then it sucks if it is real. It's like, remember how, and this one's going to sound fake, remember how when you and me back in the day, speaking of being kids, used to go on Omegle all the time? Granted, there was a lot of BBs that we didn't want to see. But remember how we made some friends. Yeah, we made a lot of friends. Remember Jack and his mum used to work with fucking Meredith from...
Oh my gosh, yes, he was rich.
He was rich. But remember that one day we were on FaceTime or something, and he just was showing us at the dinner table, and there's fucking
and he goes on fishing trips with Matt fucking Damon.
Right? Okay, yeah. So,
and I think I still follow that guy on Instagram.
So do I.
Follow each other.
So do I.
So if you see this, hey Jack.
Yeah, if you're watching this, hey Jack. How's my Damon?
And then some other guy we matched with as well. I think I saw him on Facebook, and he's getting married or something. Andrew,
that's his friend.
Yeah,
Jack and Andrew.
Yeah. Well, his friend's getting married.
Oh my god.
Yeah, wild.
Yeah, told you. But that was like rich. If you had like famous friends or famous family members, rich, bro, rich.
Yeah. All right. If your parents were still together, you got it good.
Yeah. Oh my god. If you had two functioning adult parents that were like
that loved you.
That's so sad.
Our parents loved us, don't get us wrong.
Debatable.
In their own way.
Yeah, in their own way. No, but for real, if your parents were like actually happily together, you are rich in so many ways.
Yeah.
And those cunts would always complain so much about their circumstances.
Yeah.
Like, I still remember there's like a couple of girls that I went to primary school with, and both their parents were obviously still together, but they just like make the most horrendous like lies up about their lives to be like sad. And I'd be like, babe, I'm eating canned spaghetti for the seventh time this week. Your mum didn't
give you $100 to buy the Hurley jumper.
Oh, big sad. Super big sad.
I can't go on the school excursion.
Because we can't afford it.
You know? But you know.
Oh, God. Potato.
We've all got our shit, I guess.
Yeah, fucking A.
Just wish mine was that Hurley jumper.
I just wish.
Oh, I nearly choked on that.
We're gonna catch some death on the big sip. What else?
Just like...
Oh no, is this not gonna be a good one?
I was just gonna say, like, because my dad was such a tight ass, still is, you still are.
That's true. Wait, can we explain just how tight assy for those people? So, like, you got to give context to this stuff, right? So, one time when I was younger, I went over to Taylor's house because we used to hang out and play together all the time, right? And I still remember your dad yelling at me for using more than 2 squares of toilet paper. That man yelled. He went back in the toilet like he had been sitting there, like he unravels them and counts them, and he had been like, who's fucking using all the toilet paper? And I just remember being like, I had to poop. Like,
learn how to fold, not scrunch.
Yes, yeah, so we're talking like that level.
But then, like, my nan and his mum, we'd have a shower at, like, grandma's house or something. Bless her cotton socks, loved her. Just from the generation she grew up in. I could not wash my hair at my grandma's house.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I would get, like, the 5 minutes is up.
Oh, no.
And one time my cousin took her down to pay her water bill. It was like $7.20. Like,
was she irate about the fact that it was $7?
No, but the guy who was serving was like, so, like, does your mum shower?
Does she actually?
It's like, yes, she does. 3 minutes a day.
Yeah, that's when it's just servicing the utility fee.
Yeah.
And like, is she even drinking water? Like, how's this woman alive and hydrated?
Oh, you know. But then,
oh my God, no, but that brings us to the ick that we talked about last week, which is where they would do shit like fill up the sink to save money. So if you had a dishwasher, okay,
yes, you were rich.
You were rich. If you didn't have to fill up a sink full of water to like wash your dishes with, you were rich, bro.
Yeah.
I was using like 3-day-old water. These guys are really like, just put it in the dishwasher.
My dad would be like, we can afford the dishwasher, but I'm not paying for that fucking water.
Yeah.
So I'm not getting a dishwasher. But the thing was, coming back to saving water, is if you had like green lawn or like a nice garden. My dad was like, nah, bindies and dirt.
Yeah, dirt patches, bindies. My favourite thing about that too, though, was it was like their parents would always complain and be like, "Oh, the front yard's just full of fucking mud and you trailing it all through the house." It's like, yeah, because you don't want to fucking water it. So we've got dirt.
I can't afford to water it.
Yeah, if you have anything other than palm trees, aloe vera plants, and cactuses in your front yard, rich. A hedge? Oh, bro,
Wow.
rich.
So just something like landscaped.
Yeah, anything. And then pebbles. If you had fancy pebbles in your front yard, rich.
Yeah, or like a waterfall feature or something.
A water feature, I'll give you one better. If you had a electric roller door, rich.
Ooh.
If you had an electric roller door,
yes.
because
Shit, I'll even take a carport.
yeah, but like if you didn't have to get out of your car to wrench that sucker up, if you could just beep, beep.
Yeah. Nah, my roof just gets that sun damage. Roof.
You'd have to have third party fire and sun damage.
The fact that it took my dad 5 years to concrete his shed floor.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. The funniest part
Alex
about
was
all of
one
this,
room a year.
1 room a year, but it wasn't even 1 room a year. The funniest part about all of this is that you and me have known each other the entire time that he has been building that carport. Because when we first met, there was just a mound of dirt in his driveway.
And I used to stand on that dirt and
give
go
you the
like
finger.
this to Amber across the road because as all good friendships start out,
We
you
fucking hated each other. And then we're like,
So this is my street. This is my suburb.
Do you know what
I grew up here.
the funniest part about that is you weren't even from Baraga, really.
Yeah,
You
I was
came
from a whole different
Melbourne.
state.
Yeah, you were from a whole different state. And I had just moved there and I was older and I was like, nah, you win. Like, you're queen of the street, bitch. Show me the way.
Yeah, I remember that day you put roller skates on. And I was like, and then you stood up on your roller skates and you were just like,
Roller skating on the
roll
front.
away. They see me rolling.
Oh my god, that's so cringe. If I did that now, oh my god. But that is such a good way to start a friendship.
Yeah.
Like mutually, exclusively hating each other to like, what is it now, 17 years almost.
Yeah, I was 10.
Yeah. And how old are we now? Wait, what is the math of that? So yeah, 21 would have been 10 years. So when we're 31, it's going to be 20 years. What? We've lived longer with each other than we have without each other.
That's fucking,
That's cool.
that is cool. That is cool.
Yeah, if you think about that, that's wild. I feel like that's also...
Oh, I've never thought about it like that.
Yeah. Platonics. Yeah, I'm telling you, platonic soulmates, bro. All right, back to money.
Alright. Money. 2-story house.
Bro, if you had a staircase in your house, rich. If you had a staircase that led somewhere else, rich.
Yeah.
Even if it was like one of them little fucking entertainment rooms that you had to go up.
Yeah, and just
rich.
like the two, different platform. Yeah.
2 bathrooms. If you had 2 bathrooms, but they had to have baths in them.
Big burp.
Really big burp. Good job. Good job.
Yeah. 2 toilets or like 2 bathrooms or like an ensuite.
Yeah, but they had to have baths in them, like them big baths with jets. Like if you had one bath that had like a really big jet system and then like a standard bath that wasn't like a single tub.
Yeah.
Rich.
Yeah. And spas and pools.
Yeah, oh my god, yeah, for sure.
Even if it was a fucking blow up.
Yes. Even if it was one of them fucking shitty like stand ones that you could get from Big W.
Yeah.
Rich.
Yeah. Agreed. Alright, I don't know if this one's going to make sense to anyone, but when you go into someone's house and they have like big fat like architraves or skirtings,
Oh, this is for the builders out
it
there.
was just like that, just like asserted dominance.
Yeah.
Like it was just.
So this is my house and it's structurally sound. Your house, shit. My house, sound.
Yeah. It was just big and chunky. Like they look like.
Yeah, it looked like it'd been built well.
Yeah, just like something the royals would have.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know what you mean too, because it's like if you go into like old, like their builds are from like the 70s or 80s.
Or like they've got engraved patterns in the cornices or something.
Oh my god, yeah. If you have like fancy little like decorative doilies like built into your house, rich.
Yeah.
Super rich.
Yeah. I hope everyone gets that. If not,
that's hell specific too. So if anyone else agrees with that, please let us know because
send in photos of the fattest architrave you've ever seen. No.
yeah, just like hit us up in the email, send us some of your like I would call it art fetish. Fetish.
Arc art.
Arca fetish.
I don't know. Cars with like cup, like when you put that middle thing down in the back, and like there was cup holders, or you had like rear aircon vents, or just electric fucking windows.
If your car was built any time before, is it before or after? Anytime after 1990, rich.
You had a 2000s vehicle.
Yeah, rich, bro, rich.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was nothing worse than being sat in, like, I remember Mum drove the Toyota Corolla. Do you remember that? It was like a 1980s Toyota Corolla. It was fucked.
Yeah.
It was the most embarrassing car I've ever been in. Saved our life many times, but so embarrassing. And it was like, so, it's just hot and dingy. And then when the fucking thing breaks, you can't go down the window.
The seatbelts are fucking hot. So you can burn from the seatbelt.
No, oh my God, there's nothing worse than getting like melted by a seatbelt in summertime.
And you have to wear it.
And now I'm like a little pansy. Like, I can't go anywhere without turning the aircon on or the heater on in the car.
Yeah.
Which you are still a little bit of a tight ass with, and you'll be like, I ain't using it because of the petrol.
True. Have you seen the fucking price of petrol?
Yes, I have.
That is insane.
If you can afford petrol, you're rich.
If you can afford to drive with your fucking air conditioner on in your car, you're rich.
You're rich.
You're rich.
Yeah.
And I'm not there yet.
Yet.
I've got the
That's
windows
the
down.
shit. We ain't there yet, bitch.
Oh, yeah, we ain't there yet. I'm still windows down. Unless someone else is in the car and they're like, can I please have it on?
Yeah, but that's more embarrassed. You feel embarrassed. You're like, oh, fine, I'll turn it on. Like, when they get out of the car, you're like,
I turn it on all the time.
oh, you just use my aircon
It's like
in
the
my
dust
car.
The dust blows out the back.
What's that smell? Stale water? Dude, your pads smell like they need to be cleaned.
It does though.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, if you can literally afford to live, you're rich.
maybe I'll start a GoFundMe in summer. Let me drive with my aircon on.
Oh my God, can we please? Because that would be hilarious. Taylor's GoFundMe summer fund.
I'll film every time I'm in the car pressing the aircon on like,
Thanks, guys.
ooh, windows up.
Oh my
What a
God.
fucking luxury.
That's so good. It's the little luxuries.
GoFundMe for summer.
We'll start a little series of stuff like that where it's like doing things that make you feel rich. Filling up more than $25.
Putting 98 instead of 91 in.
No, that's so bad. Because I do that. But then I get worried it's not going to clean my engine.
When I have a good payday, I'm like, 91, let's clean you out, girl. You deserve it.
No, I don't know if that's true. Is that just a lie?
Yeah, no, everything's a scam. It's
Yeah.
like, what do I believe?
I'm like, do they just do that because they want me to spend more even though petrol is expensive?
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh.
If you, well, I guess you wouldn't, but if your parents owned the house you lived in or just rented publicly,
If your parents just had a house.
if you weren't in a housing trust, I'm just going to say it. If you weren't in fucking housing trust.
And like, even if you weren't technically in housing trust, if you weren't in an ex-housing trust, like if your parents didn't buy a cheap ex-housing trust house, it was like semi-fresh build, rich.
Yeah, so there's some texture marks from the last little asshole.
That's right. And there's nothing worse too than being like,
Well, that, you can just tell, like, the cheap lino.
yeah.
Like, these cookie cutter homes that all have, like, an ugly fucking brown and yellow lino.
Oh my God. I still remember the house down in Aldinga when we did get that. There was like a pile of garbage. Somebody like set fire to a wheelie bin out the back. It was ex-housing trust. It was fucked.
No.
It was like fucking Crayolas in the carpet.
Yeah. It's like the walls were white, now they're yellow.
Yeah. Someone's been smoking inside. If your parents didn't smoke inside, you were rich.
If your parents didn't smoke.
Yeah, you were rich. Oh my God, don't. Oh my God. I remember this. This is on your list, but this brings me back to, I remember, like, if your parents were smokers, and please let me know down in the comments if this has happened to anyone else, because this happened to me so many times, and happened to you too. I can't wait for this. So, like, my mum would rather get a packet of Port Royal rum and wine, which was, like, expensive at the time, and put groceries back at the checkout.
That's on my list.
Yes,
That is, where is it?
if you didn't have to put shit back at the checkout.
If you didn't have to put food back at the checkout because you couldn't afford it.
No, we could afford it. My mum just was like, nah, ciggies, bro.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
I want that rum and raisin.
yeah. At least you're getting your 5 fruits veg, mum. Like, I had no idea what was going on. You know, you don't really comprehend it. I'm like, oh, mum's special candy mix. Like,
yeah.
why can't I eat some of it? I'm hungry.
Embarrassing was that?
Oh my God, there's nothing.
Ugh.
It feels so shameful too when it's like, it really shouldn't be. Like, to just simply be like, actually, no, I don't want that.
And like, Can't we just like add things up as we go before we get to the checkout?
They just go too quickly, bro, and it's because they're being paid by the hour too, so they've got to
Why are you putting my recess back?
Why is it my roll-ups, Mum? Why can't we for once just put your fucking ciggies back? Please get me the McCain's frozen pizza.
We've got to go to the local Salvos and get 3-day-old stale bread.
Yes, or get Vinnies to come out. Oh,
Picking your Christmas presents up.
this is like going to hit so specifically for the 90s babies because I know that there's so many of them out there that have gone through the same thing. Whereas like these millennial kids have always grown up with like iPads and iPhones. So they're like rich, poor in that respect because it's like maybe they don't have the latest iPhone, but it's like if you had an iPhone 6 at the age of 5, whoa, rich.
Yeah. Crazy.
Do you know how I got my first phone? We had to collect, this is fucked, we had to collect bottles, Coca-Cola bottles, peel off the labels,
Get that
take off that Coca-Cola phone, bro.
Yeah.
I worked hard for that phone.
They're fucking sick.
They were so good.
They're so good. And like you just play Snake on it all the time.
Yes, but now everyone and their dog has a bloody iPhone. It's like, yeah, you're rich. Well, back in my day, I sound so old. Back in my day, I collected vouchers for my phone. Like, yeah.
Yeah. I still get vouchers. I'm on that prepaid.
Oh, the prepaid plans. Oh my god, if you're rich, you're not on a prepaid.
Yeah.
Your phone just like monthly bill gets taken out of your account.
Yeah.
If you still have to dial in your phone credit, rich.
Well, actually, this year I downloaded the Telstra app, so I don't have to go to the shop and get that voucher anymore.
Yeah, well, that's so much better, and that's just because you don't want to talk to people.
Yeah.
If you have to speak to people, you're poor. Yuck.
Ew. Gives me the ick. Those fridges that dispensed ice or water.
Oh my god, yes. Yeah. And you're talking like the big, not just like it had an ice tray in the fridge.
You just went out and was like, oh, water came out.
Yeah, if you had a fancy dispenser on the fridge.
Yeah, those double door fridges.
Yeah, if you had a double door fridge. If your fridge wasn't like a tiny freezer stacked on top.
If you had a whole fridge and a whole freezer.
Oh, no, if you had one of them, if you had like a deep freeze, fridge and a freezer, rich, and then even, I would double that. If you had a drinks fridge.
Yeah, drinks fridge just in the shed.
Yeah, it was like a specific drinks fridge. You're rich, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know how much money your family actually has, but you are rich and it's got shit in it.
Yeah. 1, to afford the fridges in the first place. 2, to afford the electricity to have like 4 fridges running.
Yes, and then to have it stocked up. Oh.
And then full of food.
Yes. Well, the dream.
Oh, man.
Simple dreams.
Yeah, those
were the times.
Yeah. I was like, should we tell them the best Christmas present we ever got? I got a McDonald's toy one time for Christmas.
No, you've got to tell it better than this.
All right, well...
not even the Happy Meal itself. It's like...
I didn't even get the Happy Meal, but... and at least...
At least it was right.
It was either I would get a Christmas present and it would be sick, but then it would be like hocked a week later because we needed the money back. But this one time... It didn't have to get hocked because it was a fucking McDonald's
Still in its packet, though.
Still in its packet. And I remember it was like one of those off of Play School. It wasn't Elmo, it was that orange character with the fuzzy hair.
Zoe?
I can't remember her name, but it was that character from...
Yeah, it must have been Zoe. She's got the rock friend.
From Sesame Street, I think.
Yeah, Zoe.
Yeah, Sesame Street. The orange character with the fluffy hair.
Yeah, that's Zoe. That's my girl.
Yeah. Love you.
Love you, Zoe.
Love you, Zoe.
Hard times you got me through, babe.
But it was a gift.
Yeah.
It was untouched. It was still in the packet.
At least yours was new.
That's what I'm saying.
I got my own shoe one year for Christmas, wrapped back up. And the worst part is it went missing a few months before Christmas. And I remember saying, Mum, where's my shoe? And she said, I don't know. You do know, because apparently Santa stole it, took it all the way back to the fucking hole, wrapped the cunt back up, and then gave it to me on Christmas. And I can't remember if, like, you know how sometimes you can't trust your memories? I don't know if it's, like, warped to the point where it was, like, a joke gift and they, like, gave me something else afterwards, or if it was, like, my legitimate gift. And that's how I know it's bad, because I've blocked it out.
I can't tell anymore.
Yeah, no, I can't trust it.
That's just triggered a memory. Do you think it was, did you see other people as rich if they got the fantasy growing up that Santa was real? Like, did you...
Yes.
Were you told that he wasn't real from the get-go, or were you like...
Well, kind of.
Or was it when you got those shoes, you were like, this cannot be real?
No, so I remember it was like, if you had the fantasy of like anyone like Tooth Fairy, Easter Bunny, or Santa being real rich, but I remember like very specifically, I might have been around 5 or 6, knowing that they weren't real, but before that, my parents really like put it on thick that Santa was real, because that's when my dad and mum were still together. But they'd like go so far as to like put like little rabbit poops out the front.
Oh, yeah.
But then I remember coming home one day after my dad had been hunting, and there's like a skinned rabbit in the sink, and I was like, what's for dinner? And he's like, the Easter Bunny. And I was like, what? I'm not going to be able to tell this one at show and tell, Dad.
And Amber's vegan now. So.
Yeah. You wonder why? I was going through all my old photos, and do you know what I found? Like a stack of them with mum and dad over like a whole bunch of like dead pigs that they'd just been like pig hunting. Yeah, wild.
Oh.
But yeah, so I remember it was like, and then obviously because like mum got with Gary, and then they still did Christmas, and because we were so young, it was still like, oh, Santa's coming. But like I had an inkling that it was like your parents just buying you gifts. And then it turns out Nicole's actually Santa because neither of them could be fucked. So shout out to Nicole.
Thanks, Nicole.
I appreciate it. Tried to keep my childhood together even though it didn't exist.
And Mrs. Claus.
Mrs. Claus, yes.
I don't know when the bubble bursted for me. I'm trying to backtrack in my head, and I don't think there was a bubble to burst.
I just remember as well my mum also being like, oh, Santa doesn't get the big gifts, like those parents are lying.
No, I just don't have any memory of like me believing in, like I just knew, but I just remember mum reinstating like for me not to ruin it for other kids. Like I was never allowed to go to school and be like, he's not real.
Santa doesn't exist.
I remember mum like
imagine being such a little fucking terror that you go to school and you're like, Santa's not real, Tooth Fairy doesn't exist, the Easter Bunny's a piece of shit. I would.
Yeah. Oh, no, actually it all makes sense because, mum's Christian, so I guess it was more like it's, Jesus' birth, like we didn't, like, and Easter was like time for thankfulness and we didn't.
You did Easter Sunday, Easter Monday, Easter
Halloween.
No, bro.
That's the devil's work, brother.
That is the devil's day, ma'am. Yeah, I remember mum used to, because she was hell Wiccany back in the day too. So she would like,
I'm a Wiccan.
Yeah, she'd be like, I'm a white witch. I'd be like, you're fucking crazy. That's what you are. No, but like,
reminds me of baby mama. Ashley's a Wiccan.
Yes. I'm not joking. That's what it was like. To the point where my mum would be like, I take this tarantula to school for like show and tell.
I remember.
And I'd be like, Mum, please, the kids already bully me. Yes. I don't need more for them to bully me for. I would come to
your house and be like, stick insects.
Fucking stick insects everywhere, like feathers off the wall and
fighting fish.
Oh my god, dude. No, that's just hoarding. There's a difference between being a witch and hoarding. But like there was a point in time when mum was like hell white witch, so she'd be like, Halloween we don't celebrate, but it is the day of the devil and the day of like spirits and stuff. And like I remember never being able to, I mean this is another one too on your list because we talked about this briefly before, but like if you didn't have to duck and cover, because like Australians don't celebrate it, right? So for all the Americans who are watching or listening, we don't celebrate it here, but if you do and you have candy for them kids, you're rich, bro.
Yeah, if you had things to hand out, Dad was like, shut the door, don't answer the door.
Yeah, don't make a peep.
Yeah.
It was always like, be quiet.
We're not American.
Yeah, and we didn't even get candy. It wasn't even like a little cutesy thing where it's like...
My friends at school used to give me their candy on the Monday, like, Halloween. I was like,
oh, do you want this? But it always is the shit ones, but I'd still take it because I was hungry. Like, yeah, all right. But you don't want? Yeah. Sure. Please. Give it to me, little Timmy. Give me your candy. I'm saying that now as an adult is definitely creepier than as a kid. Dude, if you had more than one pair of socks, like I'm talking good socks.
Yeah. Fuck, yeah.
Socks and underwear. If you had like actual good socks and underwear and not like cheap Bonds. No, because Bonds
if you have Bonds, like...
True.
Yeah. Yeah. Oof, I've had to double up on, and they get hard and crusty, yucky.
Yeah, yuck.
If you had like Foxtel, which I guess for Americans would be like cable.
Yeah, well that's where Foxtel started.
Oh,
so American. Foxtel is actually American to begin with. It's just cable.
The more you know.
The more you know. Yeah, but like, so for instance, Wi-Fi, you had Wi-Fi as a kid.
Well,
I didn't.
Dial-up.
Nah, you had Wi-Fi.
Fuck off. You were the first to get Wi-Fi. We had dial-up. And
And then we went broke, Dan lost the internet, and then I stole your internet. Oh my god.
dial-up.
We did have
I'd
internet.
be like, get off. Nan's ringing at 8.
Yeah, and I'd always make fun of you. I'd be like, ha, you get kicked off mid-gaming.
Yeah.
How did I
But
bot
like, I've got to
that?
get off MSN now, guys.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, because we had through Telstra, I'm fairly sure it was like internet and Foxtel bundle.
Yeah. It was like home phone, internet, Foxtel like bundle. You had
And
to
then I
have
don't
a
know
home
how
phone.
quickly it happened, but we lost all of that pretty quickly. And then for some reason, we still had the Foxtel and we weren't paying it, but we could watch it.
Yeah.
So we were just
little
like-
loophole somewhere in the system.
I think they just forgot to like disconnect it.
Yeah. Or
So-
they just had pity.
They probably came to the house, they're like, bro, they broke.
Yeah, like leave
Give
the
him this.
Foxtel on.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh my god, because I still, till this day, like until I moved mum out of that house across the road from
Then it
you,
was
I
like-
was still connected to your internet.
Yeah, it's like I had the Wi-Fi, you had the Foxtel. Together we had it all.
Yeah, see?
Teamwork
Two
makes
rights
the
make
dream
wrong.
work.
Do rights make it wrong?
What?
No, we were.
This made me feel rich when Mum ordered it or Dad ordered it. If you got Crisco for Christmas.
Don't, because I just recently started, oh my god, we've covered this already, but I have to share it with everyone else. So we were like looking at how bad Crisco actually is. That shit is a scam, bruv.
It is.
Huge scam.
It is. You
But
can go
you
to
felt
the
so
shops
rich.
and get it all individually for so much cheaper.
For way cheaper. Because you pay it's like fucking $40 a month
Yeah.
until the end of the year for these like packages of food that by the time you get them are probably expired.
Yeah. And half of it's just like spam ham.
Yes. It's like canned spam. It's like tin spaghetti.
Yeah. That disgusting like Christmas cake.
Oh, yuck, the fruitcake.
So dense and just full of like
It's like a rock.
sultanas.
You can kill someone with that. Imagine dying. Oh my god, somebody somewhere in the world has died by getting hit by like a Christmas cake. Imagine that's how you die. I would be, I would like bring me back to life and kill me again because that sucked.
I'd rather take myself out.
Yes.
Was that a Christmas tradition, like with those disgusting pudding cakes? Would anyone else's parents put like 50 cents or something in it? Or is that just me?
What do you mean?
Yeah, no, me either. That's the next
What
one.
do you? No, we are not. What do you mean put money, 50 cents? Like a coin?
Yeah, it's like a coin, and then Mum would like cut the cake, and like we'd all eat it, being like, "Oh, I get the 50 cents."
Did you get to keep the 50
Yeah,
cents?
we got to keep the 50 cents. No gold coins.
But
Just
why
scrap
money? It's so dirty.
Now that you think about that, that's giving me this. I feel nauseous.
Yes.
I hope she watched it.
I don't think she did.
She would have.
Oh, gross, bro. Are you telling me that somewhere along the line you probably swallowed a 50-cent piece?
Nah, because I wanted that 50 cents, bro.
You're just like eating that fucking
I'm eating
cake.
around it, like, hope I get it.
Which you have to tell the gold coins, man, and the silver coins, the things that you would do for a gold coin or a silver coin as a kid. I used to clean like houses top to bottom just so I could like get the shrapnel out of couches.
I don't know if I'm like feel shame now.
No, it's not shameful. Doesn't matter. It doesn't exist
Or
anymore.
looking back, but I was a child. Like I look back now, and I'm like child genius, adult shame.
Child genius, adult still a genius.
So when I was 10, my mum moved to Melbourne with one of her partners, and I had no friends. It was like starting again, so I was taken away from everything I knew. I had no friends, no like close family. Like my brothers didn't come. It was just
Just
me,
you
mum,
guys.
and her partner. And we were poor, and I mean like
Like poor.
poor. Like they used to go to building sites and
Allegedly.
go to building sites and steal scrap metal and things for money.
And sell it. Don't worry, my parents used to go to the dump and filter through the dump. I remember going to the dump as a kid and being like, yay! I said to Amy the other day, oh my god, I just clocked this. I said to Amy the other day, I was like, do you know what's really sad? He's like, what? I was like, the smell of the dump is comforting.
It smells like home.
I did! I was like, I actually like the way it smells.
I love landfill.
Because I got to take home toys. So it doesn't matter. Your parents used to fucking go on a bill.
We had to do what we had to do. There's the difference between the person you have to be and the person you want to be, alright?
So very different.
So I took it upon myself to start my own hustle. I used to, in like clear sandwich bags, and I don't know how they bought it, obviously just bought it out of pity.
Yeah, little entrepreneur.
Yeah, they used to just be like black and gold, like Scotch fingers or
biggies.
Monte Carlos,
Oh, dude, you went all out.
Yeah, that was $1.
Yes, good. No gold, no silver
Scotch
coins.
fingers, I'd settle for 50 cents.
Yeah.
But Monte Carlos were $1.
Yes.
And I used to put in like little sandwich bags, like 5 biscuits, and go around like the block of units. Like, I'm selling these for my school.
You had a backstory and everything.
Yeah, I'm selling this for my school, like those Freddo frogs you'd get for that fundraiser. And but I had no branding on it, just in a clear sandwich bag, and I'd collect about $5 straight up to the milk bar and get my lollies.
Yeah, that's
there was
so
no
good
school
though.
fundraiser.
No, it doesn't matter. You were the fundraiser. You just went around it.
I started my own GoFundMe.
Before it was a GoFundMe, you Wolf of Wall Streeted your way up to the milk bar, and that's all that matters. You're like, I'm not going.
I'm not going. I want my Werther's originals.
Now, if you were really smart, you would have taken your Werther's, put them all in separate bags, and then gone and sold those.
Doubled my money.
Yeah.
Yeah, hustle.
It's too greedy. Too greedy. You just wanted your Werther's for yourself. You weren't thinking about the investment you could make.
I wasn't that into capitalism yet.
No, you were just self-preservation.
Yeah, I was still pure.
Oh my gosh.
If you got new, like, school stuff every year, like new bag, new shoes, like Nikes, or I had Volleys at one point, and I was just like,
that's still way better. Like, if you had like
rich.
brand name Big W or Kmart shoes, like, I don't know, because there's Americans who do things differently, because like I don't think they do school gear and shit like that in the way that we do, where it's like every year in the 90s specifically, or like the early 2000s, you get a new lunchbox, a new pencil case, new pens, new everything, like, and it would be like this big deal, whereas like I could never afford that, so it was always like my pencils from last year, and I'd have to wash my fucking pencil case.
Yeah, I used to get a new school bag, I reckon.
You did?
Yeah.
Because I remember every year being like, again,
used to piss Dad right off. He's like, I've got to work Saturday for this.
Yeah, oh my God. And your bags were never like bad.
No, they were like good, like surf brand. I was like, just
get Roxy or Billabong.
Just make me feel like everyone else.
Yeah, you were like going for the aesthetic of being rich.
Yeah.
While coming home and be like, oh, why can't we use the heater?
Yeah.
Wear an extra cloth.
Yeah, went to school with a Hurley bag but couldn't have air conditioning.
Yeah. Had to spray water in a fan.
Yeah. Go wet a face washer and stick it on your forehead and have the fan blowing on you. Or like spritz it on the ceiling fan. It's like, oh, air can.
Just lay there like...
But we had the beach, thank God.
Yeah. Do you know what I do think that I really can appreciate now as an adult is that it gave me experiences being poor. Like, and I don't say that like it's a bad thing. Like, that's just the descriptor for it, right? It's like, you gotta call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
You're poor. Like,
I think for me, it's given me good, like, adapting abilities. So it's like, although I know one day I could be living in a house that I've bought, having the food that I want to buy, and just know that the next week I could be back to where I was. But I would adapt.
But I wouldn't be unhappy about it.
No, I wouldn't be unhappy. Like, I would adapt. And I think growing up like that now is just like, I'm richer in my relationships that I have with people. I'm richer in connection. I'm richer in love. I'm richer in empathy and compassion.
Yeah.
I'm richer
and understandability. I don't think that's a word, but like understanding that everyone is just a product of their surroundings. Like, nobody really actively is making the bad choices. It's like I mean, if a man kicks a dog, he's making a bad choice. Yeah. But, I mean, like, why did he kick the dog? Did he have a bad day? Yeah. What's his circumstances? Do you know what I mean? It's like, you never really know.
No. They use that, like, mental health or addiction. Like, people aren't the way they are for no reason.
Yeah.
And I think, growing up like that. And I'm able to adapt. Like, it's not... Yeah, I know what's important Like, I know what's important, and, like, there is no point in gunning to be the richest person in the graveyard.
Nah, dude, because you'll work yourself to death and
It's just
you
like,
will fucking hate it.
what is anything if you have no one to share it with?
Yeah, true.
It's like, I'd rather live in a rundown shack with the people I love than in a mansion by myself.
I'd rather be shitting in a hole.
Yeah.
Shitting in a latrine.
I'd rather eat tin spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Biscotti. I'd rather eat tin food with people that love me and appreciate me than be in a house full of, like, non-compassionate psychopaths.
Psychopath billionaires.
Yeah, like sociopaths that are just, like, there to get money.
Yeah, that are like, the grind, break the grind, break the grind.
Yeah. So I'm grateful.
I'm grateful for being poor.
Yeah.
No, I just enjoyed things deeper when you don't have a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know, like I was so grateful for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that being said, like I'm grateful for all the things I have now, but at the same time I'm also like, well, if it all burnt down tomorrow, I think I would be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't put too much value on most of it anymore.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, it's like we know what it's like to have the newest PlayStation and it for it to be gone the next week because we need
because
food.
it would be hot. Well, not even food for me, ciggies, bro.
Yeah, but it's like, but at least we got that PlayStation experience.
For a week, yeah.
And if they can afford it again, they'll go and get it back from cashiers and we'll have it again.
Well, for another week and then we get hooked again.
That's just, I don't know, ebbs and flows of life. One day I might have it, the next day I might not, but does it matter?
But that's like everything. If you look around you all the time, and this is what Clancy's mum said from fucking Duncan Trussell's mum said. Yeah. You look around, things are always constantly reappearing, disappearing.
Yes.
It's the same.
Yes.
It's the same with things and money. It just doesn't exist, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
It literally, like, you create your own reality.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
You can lose something. You can spend millions of dollars on a ring and then lose it the next day and it's gone forever.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Yeah.
All that money, gone.
Yes, and I've done that with material things. Like
Me, every time I buy sunglasses, bro.
Yeah, every time, like, if I've had a good week or, like really thrown myself into work where it's just, like, I've destroyed my mental health because I don't have a day off or anything.
Yeah.
And then I've bought, like, solid gold hoops before, worn them once, lost one.
a hoop.
And it's just, like, and that's just life. I've just worked so hard for a material thing for it to be gone, and it's just,
Instantly.
just get gold-plated, girly.
Yeah, don't matter. Yeah.
You're going to die one day and they're not coming with you.
And even if they do get buried with you, some cunt in 20 years' time might dig you up and then take them and be like,
Yeah.
ancient artifact.
Yeah, gold prospecting. Like,
Yeah.
prospecting.
What did you say? Gold?
Skip that bit. No.
No.
Gold prospecting.
Sounded like you said prostituting, but I was like,
Prostate.
prostating? No, that's a
Prospecting.
prospecting. Yeah, there you go. You got there.
there.
You got there in the end. Go you. I'm proud of you.
Proud of me. Yeah, imagine that though. Like the tombstone has.
Well, I saw somebody do a TikTok of this, and this is like, I think a nice way to close this out anyway, about like average working jobs, which like neither of us two actually work average jobs. Like we're actually very fortunate to have the wage bracket that we do.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's not like a $17 an hour or like a, you know what I mean? So we're very lucky. But in America in particular as well, they were saying like one girl was walking through Mecca and she was looking at all the products there. She held up like a cream and she's like, this cream is worth 4 hours of my life.
Yeah, I hate doing that.
And I was like, oh shit. Damn, like that puts it into perspective for you. And people are doing that with food, not with money. Like we used to do that with food, obviously, but it's like you think about that and it's like a loaf of bread now being like $4 or $5. That's like almost an hour of somebody's time if they're on the lowest wage possible.
Yeah. Yeah, that's rough. I used to do that. Sometimes I still do that.
I still look at the price of food because I also just don't like the fact that big companies can get away with charging for food, but it's so wild because it's like the fact that we have put a monetary value on things that are perceived riches or like perceived being rich, like we've talked about, to then be like, oh no, but that thing is it's not money that you're actually buying it with. It's your time.
Yes, which is the most precious currency.
Yeah.
I think most people forget about. That's all we have here.
Well, and then what we've done is we've like hidden that under the agenda of like, oh, but you get money on top, but it's that you're not really getting paid.
No.
You're not earning any money. If anything, it's your time that they are taking from you, and that's the best currency, and they know that, and so it's like, well, we'll give you a little bit to make you feel like you're giving enough of your time up, but then at the end of the day, it's like we said, you literally could die tomorrow, and none of that would make it wouldn't make a difference.
Yeah, and I think I've just become so aware of that in the last year or two myself. And because I threw myself into work,
2021? Yeah.
Like 6 days a week for nearly a year. I was not in a good place.
You were bad, bro.
I was not in a good place.
That's when we joked about making surprise suicide. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
We were like, imagine if you could hire a hitman.
Hire a sniper.
And be like, you got a year.
Yeah.
Kill me one day.
Yeah, but don't tell me when. Don't tell me
surprise
when.
me.
Just make it a surprise. Surprise sniper.
Yeah. And then at the end of the year, he turns out he doesn't
Imagine he just sees how sad you're living. He's like,
I can't do
it, man.
He's like, you're
so fucking sad.
You cry all the time, bro. I couldn't do it. Fuck.
Yeah.
You know, it was rough year for you.
But I would do that too. Like, be like, I've got to work this much to afford this thing.
Yeah.
Like it would turn into like a game.
Yeah.
Like I just held dissociated. Everything was a game. Like I was a Tamagotchi. It was just like eat because I need to survive. Work this many hours. If I get home from doing night shift, I get home at 4. I fall asleep at 4:30. Wake up this time. 5 hours of sleep. Like I was like a robot. Like I was like, right, to function we need this minimum hours of sleep. To function we need this many calories.
Yeah, you're just treating it as like a fucking video game.
Yeah, it was not good.
That's rough.
But soulmates next time.
Yes. Well, that's a perfect way to segue into it is like obviously time and the precious commodity that it is, and finding relationships along the way to kind of feel and like what those relationships feel like and whatnot. So if you guys have any suggestions, please let us know. Obviously, again down in the comments below of some things that you'd like us to talk about, because I think that could be pretty cool. Yeah. See you in the next one for a big sip, I guess.
Big sippies.
You got a joke this week, by the way? Do you have one or not?
What about like a little riddle?
Yeah, give them a riddle. I reckon they'll love that.
This one's pretty simple.
No, I wouldn't say simple on the internet. You don't know these cunts. I do. I've been around. This ain't, like I said, I've been around. Give them the riddle. If you guys get this, write it in the comments.
Yeah, I'll just say the one I said the other day.
Yeah, okay, cool.
What has a foot, what has a head, but 4 legs? Get back to us. Yeah. Let us know. We'll reveal it next potty.
Yeah, next potty we can tell. And then we'll have another one.
Yeah.
I'll bring a knock-knock joke or something. No, I love that.
Yeah, I love dumb jokes. If you have any jokes you want to send us.
Yeah, send them in.
Send them in. And I love a riddle.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that too, like why we as humans are so curious about everything that we love like riddles and fucking secrets, and I want to get into that.
Well, maybe late night
gossip, late night sip. Yeah, why do we love gossiping so much? Yes. Yeah. Why does it feed the dopamine receptors? Why do I care about what Stacey from primary school is doing? I don't know.
Yeah. How's their marriage going?
And is it failing?
Yeah. Do you think they have a boring sex life?
Oh my god, I do that with people out in public all the time. But that's not this week's episode. That's maybe next week.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. Cheers for watching. Appreciate you guys.
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef. Do you want to close it out? Just yes, chef. Bye, bitch.